Hey, and welcome to another episode of the YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also go back and check out the previous videos. So on this one, I just want to talk about my kind of journey and what happened last week. So kind of like a vlog type video. So Monday was a really good day. Tuesday was a really good day. Wednesday was a really good day from a cleaning perspective and quoting and booking in jobs. So we had a really good first 3 days to last week. Wednesday afternoon, I took the afternoon to contact some customers and some quotes that we were following up on to book those people in. And whilst I did that, I then found a Peugeot expert on Auto Trader. Now, I've been looking at getting a bigger van. I really like the Caddy, but it's just not big enough for me. So I've been looking at getting a bigger van, and I didn't want a van that was too big that I couldn't get into parking spaces, car parks, that kind of stuff. So I settled for the Peugeot Expert. Now I was looking at either the Citroen Dispatch or the Peugeot Expert because they're essentially the same vehicle, and I was trying to find one. I wanted a relatively low mileage, something that had been well looked after, and I decided that I wanted the L2 version because I wanted the slightly longer length load capacity vehicle. And so I found a private seller who was selling one, a 66 plate, 60,000 miles on the clock, but it was like 2 hours away. So I spoke to the guy on the phone, asked him some questions, kind of sounded it out. We agreed a deal in principle, subject to him bringing the van to me to have a look at it, and if I was happy with it, I would have bought it there and then, which I did do, hence the reason why I'm not sat in the Caddy right now. So that happened on Wednesday afternoon. We agreed the deal. Thursday morning, I went about my way and completed the first 2 jobs in the morning, and then as I was going to the third one, the Caddy just started shuddering and slowing down, and there was no power in the engine. So I pulled over, engine management light came on, and like a little coil symbol. It wouldn't go above 12 or 15 miles an hour, something like that. So I took it to a local garage. So if you're based in Aylesbury, I can't recommend these guys highly enough. Go and see Red Depot Auto Care. So they've looked after me previously. They helped me with the clutch on the van, on the Caddy when it went. So they had a look at it. They'd done the diagnostics, and they came to the conclusion that it was the diesel injectors, and that was what was causing the problem. And obviously that's why the van went into limp mode. So they was able to fix the van Thursday afternoon, Friday morning. And so I went down and collected it on Friday, and so the van's all good now in that sense. So I think I'm a bit of a bit of a believer in like fate and stuff, and so I think that was the Caddy's way of telling me, you're making a mistake by selling me, so I'm going to give you one last problem before you sell me, whatever. So it did make me laugh. So but I am genuinely grateful, and I know it's not necessarily cheap. It was £500 to have it done and get it all sorted, but I think they looked after me, and I really appreciate the fact that, and I'm grateful that things go wrong and it's a van, and if you're starting a business and you expect it to go plain sailing, then you're not doing something right. And with vehicles, they are workhorses, and they do get used and they do get driven, and it's not like a family car, so stuff will go wrong. And I think there's a conversation probably for another day, but that's where then you factor in kind of like the maintenance and servicing costs throughout the year, or per month or whatever, however way you want to do it, but you have to factor that into your cost of when you're quoting a job. So that was all done, and the Caddy's fixed and was back up on the road on Friday. But obviously, if you're based in the UK, which I think most of you are, you know that Friday we had a relatively big storm which caused quite a few havoc and problems across the country. So obviously I wasn't working Friday anyway, so I just lost out Thursday's cleans essentially. So it wasn't too much of an issue. Anyway, so fast forward to Sunday, the guy comes down, brings me the van, have a look around it, we go for a drive in it, and absolutely perfect. It's what he said it was. So I purchased the van, hence the reason why I'm sitting in it now. So it's a Peugeot Expert L2 H1, so it's the longer version, the standard height roof. So you lose some things compared to the Caddy, but then I upgrade on a few things in the Expert. So just as an example, the Expert doesn't have air conditioning, and the Caddy did, but the Expert has electric windows, whereas weirdly enough, I don't know why, the Caddy didn't. The Caddy had manual windows, so I don't know why. If it had aircon, you would have thought it would have had electric windows, but it just didn't. So you win some and you lose some. But the main reason for changing the vehicle was because I wanted to have a bigger vehicle that was going to last, maybe a few years, as opposed to something. I always knew that the Caddy would be maybe like 12 months at the most before I needed a bigger vehicle. But because I've tried to move things forward as quick as I can, that has been brought forward. And the main reason for going for the bigger van was because I was buying a pressure washer, which arrived last week as well. And again, like from March, I'll be doing pressure washing. So with the pressure washer, the surface cleaner, the sump, the bin basically for a sump, I wouldn't get that in the Caddy with everything else. So I knew that I needed a bigger van to be able to carry all of that equipment to the jobs and not have to keep constantly popping back to the storage unit to basically transfer stuff over. I could just load up the van for one day, go off and do the jobs, go back to the storage container and swap stuff around. So that was the main reason. So currently in the Peugeot Expert, it is a really good van. If any of you know about it, the Peugeot and the Citroen essentially is the same van. From a reliability perspective, I think they're pretty reliable. Working in the motor trade pretty much my whole life previously, cars go wrong, vans go wrong. I don't think there's anything necessarily as such as a bad brand of car. From a reliability perspective, you'll always have good and bad vehicles across the whole range of makes and models. So I went for the Expert, and I've done a little walk around video. There's no audio because I did it today and it's pretty windy outside, so all you'd be able to hear is just the wind noise. So I've stripped the audio from that. On the pressure washer, I'll just touch base on that, but I'll probably do a separate pressure washing video like I did with the gutter clearing one. But I did some research. I looked at the Kiam, the Lincoln, spoke to loads of people in the Facebook communities, and in the end settled with the Honda Pro Slipstream from Spinaclean. So with the 20-inch surface cleaner, and I upgraded to have the turbo nozzle. So that all got delivered. I've not even I've unpacked it and just checked it off, make sure everything was there, but I've not actually set it up. So I've not put any petrol in, I've not put any oil in, I've not done anything with it. It's literally because it got delivered on Thursday afternoon, and I was trying to sort stuff out with the van that I then just I haven't had any opportunity, if I'm honest, to sort it out yet. So the plan is to start transferring all my stuff over and start changing everything over, and then is obviously to sell the Caddy. Now, in an ideal world, if I was 6 months further down the line and my regular customer base was big enough where I could justify, say, taking someone on maybe 2-3 days a week to help out, so I could then focus on like the pressure washing and stuff, then I would probably keep the Caddy, because it is genuinely a good van. And I think for window cleaning and gutter cleaning, it's an ideal size, but then I think when you start adding other stuff, it's then just too small. At the moment I need to sell that to get the money back out to go towards the cost of upgrading to the Expert. So if anyone's interested in a Caddy, just drop me a message. It's a 62 plate, 112,000 miles, good spec van to be fair, just drop me a message and I can have a chat about it. If not, it'll be on Auto Trader and the local Facebook groups and that kind of stuff. Overall, you could say it's been a good and bad week, because some good stuff's happened, like getting a new van, pressure washer being delivered, and then you could say bad stuff's happened. It's cost me 500 quid for the other van, not been able to work, had to cancel jobs, the wind, the weather, all of that stuff. But I guess that's all part of having your own business and being a business owner. And the good thing is, though, you can decide. So and that's one of the main things that I'm enjoying about the business, is that to a certain extent I can dictate when I want to work, and I can decide that I want to do that. So an example of that is I've got some commercial clients that I'll go and I'll do on a first thing on a Saturday morning. So I'll get there at like 8 o'clock, and then I'm back home by 10, and then I've still got the full day to go and do what we want with the kids and stuff, you know. But it just gives you that flexibility. So I'm really looking forward to this year, and just, you know, waiting for this weather to go. And I reckon, yeah, from April, I reckon it will really start kicking off. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. And yeah, 2022, I want to work as hard as I can, and, you know, be known as the local exterior cleaner. So whether that's windows, pressure washing, gutter clearing, you know, anything to do with exterior cleaning, I want to be the go-to guy. And, you know, when I think about it, it's always about marketing. So it's always about telling people who you are, what you do, how you do it, and the results that you can deliver them. And then the more people you tell, they might not be right to buy now, but in 6 months' time, they might be in that position. Hence the reason why getting the pressure washer end of February was so that I can kickstart March, have, you know, obviously do a few customers on a cheaper rate, because obviously I'm new to doing it, and it might take me a little bit longer. But then to fully go out and start marketing that as a service. You know, so it's, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year, and everything goes round in circle. You'll have a good day, then you'll have a bad day, and it's just making sure that you're grateful for everything that you do have and everything that you want and desire, and trying to make the good days outweigh anything bad that happens. You know, so yeah, feeling positive overall. So now, like I said, I'll just show you the clip of the van, just a little walk around. There's no audio, but yeah, just so you can get an idea. I've spoken to a local company to get security locks fitted, and because I had them on the caddy, and I think they're a really good thing. And then I've sent off the designs to the sign writers, because now I know that I want to keep this van for the next 2 years. I want to get it sign written properly. So I've sent off designs to them. So I'm waiting for them to come back to me so we can get that done. So hopefully within a couple of weeks, you know, we'll have the locks done, we'll have the sign writing done. And then literally by the middle of March, beginning of April, everything's ready to hopefully, you know, kick off and go big. And if you made it this far, then I really appreciate it, because it's been a pretty long-winded video. So at the end, you'll just see now the walk around of the van, and look, you know, I hope everyone's safe during these storms, and I hope it's not caused too much damage to your property or your vehicles. And yeah, let's look forward to wrapping up February and getting on with it in March. Thank you so much, and remember, don't forget to like and subscribe.